prayer to listen and start. Namaskar to all. We are in the third chapter, as you already know. Name of the chapter is very beautiful, Karma Yoga. What are we expected to do, how to do our work, and so on. I think we have to go to Shloka number 26, am I right?
23, Guruvale.
23, yeah. 23. Yedi heyam navarteyam jato karman natandratah mama vatman vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. In the previous shloka, Krishna told us, I don't have any need of anything for that matter. I have everything that I want, but still I have been working. What happens if he doesn't work? He explains in the 23rd chapter. Yedi heyam navarteyam. In case I do not work, in case I do not participate in the universe with everything that's going on, Yedi heyam navarteyam jato karman atandratah mama vartman vartante manushya partha sarvasha. What will happen to others? Others will also follow me. As you said, Yadyad acharati shrestha tatte devi tarojana, 21st shloka. You can refer back to 21st. As the leaders act, the followers act. If God doesn't do any work, why should I do? What is not needed for such high people, why should I do it? That is what happens. Yedi heyam navarteyam jatu karmanna tandratha. If I do not put myself in action, mama vartman vartante manushya partha sarvasya. All the people will follow me. As said in the previous shloka, the 21st shloka, Yadyad acharati shrestha tattadevi tarojanaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanvartate. It is a great shloka for people to follow. The leaders are very important people. They set standard to the society. If leader is corrupt, the whole system will get corrupted. If leader is good, the whole system will be good. So that's exactly what Krishna is telling to us and to Arjuna. Yedi heyam navarteyam jato karman atarantatraha. For should I not ever engage myself in action without being lazy, Partha, people would follow my example in everyday life. If that should not happen, I must be active with the people around. Another beautiful shloka, I think we can recite. Yedi hyayam navarteyam jatu karmanna tandritaha mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha yedi hyayam navarteyam jatu karmanna tandrataha mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. And continuing, he says, Utsi devurime loka nakudiyam karma chedham. If I do not do what happens to the world, if I do not do my duty 24/7 eternally, what would happen then? I will be responsible for the perishing of the universe. Sankarasya chakartasyam upahanyam ivapya. It becomes something like a beehive without a queen bee. That's a beautiful example of beehive for us. There is one bee which is a little longer. I used to have bee when I was in the village, beehives. So I know a little about it. It's a wonderful thing to observe. There is one bee in the beehive that's called a queen. A queen bee is so important. She doesn't say anything. She is there, entire thing will go on as per rule. Supposing the queen bee disappears, somebody kills or some ant eats it and something happens to it. Within a fortnight, the entire beehive will get disintegrated and lost. Every female bee begins to feel that I am the queen now. As queen is dead, I am the queen. Something like I am Napoleon. There is an interesting joke about it. At the Napoleon time, there used to be a dream in people that they wanted to be a Napoleon. It was so bad a desire to be Napoleon, people used to get mad saying that I am Napoleon, I am Napoleon. Everybody would say I am Napoleon. And Napoleon started a hospital for the patients who began to have the illusion that I am Napoleon. And one day Napoleon himself came to the hospital to observe how is that people have begun to feel that I am Napoleon and so on. And he was walking with the doctor. Doctor explained about his patients. This man thinks that he is Napoleon and I have been treating that now he is begun to understand that he is not Napoleon. Really speaking, sir, I am Napoleon, the doctor said to Napoleon. Hope you got the point there. I am Napoleon disorder was there for some time. Dr. Raju would be able to tell more about it, I think. He is there. I'm so happy that he will be attending. So that will happen to the world around. That is what Krishna is telling us. Utsideyurime loka nakuryang karmachedham. All world would get destroyed if I do not do my duties. I become responsible for mixing up of the systems. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. I told you there are not 4 jatis in India. There are 4 beautiful work arrangements. A man who, whatever job he does, Krishna recognizes him with a care. Intellectual, wherever he is, Brahmin, a protector, a Kshatriya, whatever his parents might be, he is a Kshatriya. A man in business is a Vaishya. A man who works for others and takes his salary is a Shudra. There is no question of one is superior and another is inferior for Krishna. All of them are to be liberated. That's what he believes. So that I become responsible for the disorder. As I gave you the example of queen in a beehive, same thing happens in this society. Utsideyurime loka na kuryang karma chedaham. If I na karma chedaham is if I do not do my duties, entire world will perish. And I will become responsible for mixing up of everything and destroying the system. As it should not happen, I should be working. That is what Krishna tells Arjuna. And now we know he is having the reins of the horses in his hand. A creator himself doing the charioteer's job for Arjuna. In our prayer, we also have a Kaivartaka Keshava. We make a prayer, Kaivartaka Keshava. That is a man who steers the boat. And we also, if we leave our responsibility also, this Kaivartaka, we will have a beautiful journey in this world, looking at the beauties of nature. Responsibility is his to take wherever he wants to take us. We only observe what he does. Utsideyurime loka na kuryang karma chedaham. If I do not do my job, I will be responsible for the perishing of the society. Sankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyam ima praja. I will be responsible for the mixing up of the system and the deterioration of the order. The order will perish if I do not work. That is what Krishna wants to say. That is why he is having the chariot. He is running the chariot for Arjuna. He is working for us. Even now he is working for us. Not that he was there, he is not there. He is there. Usually I say, all around us. There is nothing that can miss him. He looks after everything that's going on in each one of us. Where does he stay in us? In the form of Atman, he observes. I think we can recite. Utsideyurime lokaha
Utsideyurime lokaah.
न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम्
न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम्
शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम्
संकरस्य च कर्ता स्याम्
उपहन्यामि मा प्रजाः
उपहन्यामि मा प्रजाः
उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः
उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः
न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम्
न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम्
शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम्
संकरस्य च कर्ता स्याम्
उपहन्यामि मा प्रजाः.
उपहन्यामि मा प्रजाः.
And he said he has been working all through, and he has a guidance for those who know the truth of Atman. Sakta karmanya vidvamso yata kurvanti bharata kuryajidna stata chakchasyukirshir loksangal. Another important shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Vidvamsa is those who know Atman, those who know Brahman, those who know the world, what it is, are those who have self-realized. Sakta karmanya vidvamso. And there are two ways people do their karma. One doing for satisfying some desire, one doing the same karma as a duty. There are two things. One does all his activity for nahi kaschit kshanam api jatu. He cannot be idle, he has to be doing something. Whatever he is there in front of him, good for the society, he does it. Like an yagnashishta, that is what the term you had earlier. He does it like that. Others, they do everything. Supposing if you do a puja, the one man asks, give me this, give me this, give me this. Another man does the same puja, doesn't ask anything because he knows, God knows what to give me, what not to give me, when to give me, when not to give me, and all this. He just offers it back to him. He does puja, he does meditation, he does all activities. Supposing, say for example, there is problem, an yajna is given according to Veda, there is an yajna to solve it, he does it. Otherwise, he gets it done through the people. And not for his personal desire, but for the good of all. Sakta karmanya vidvamso yata kurvanti bharata. Both the people do their karma. A man who is attached to the result, a man who is not attached to the result. But wise people do it without attaching them to the result. But unwise people, people of attachment, they do to gain something. They do to gain something. But here is an interesting guidance to us. A jnani must do all activities for loka sangraham. Underline that, loka sangraha. A great word in Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you do must be the good of the society, good of people at large. Loka sangraha is a great concept of Bhagavad Gita. My professor, Dr. K.B. Ramakrishna, whose name I took in the beginning, who taught me Bhagavad Gita, his research is Bhagavad Gita tells us about Loka Sangraha. Working for the good of the society, good of all, good of the people, good of the world. So, attached people do it for their personal ends, but a jnani must do it for Loka Sangraha. Hope you see the difference there. People with lot of attachment, lot of desire, want to achieve the desire. They do so many homas to get some result. They do it for results. But jnani must also do, Krishna says. But he must do it for Loka Sangraha. For the benefit of all. Loka Sangraha is a beautiful concept, helping world at large. This is second time coming, Loka Sangraha. You had it in 25th shloka, 20th shloka. He said a beautiful shloka, giving example to the people who work for good of all. Karmaneva samsiddhim astita janakadaya. He gave the example of Janaka Maharaja. And I gave the example of Rama and Krishna and every avatar there. Not for their selfishness they work for Loka Sangraha. Janaka was a realized man, still he did the work of a king. Krishna was himself a god himself, still he does the job of a charioteer for Arjuna. So that is Loka Sangraha. So here again he mentions second time, the Jnanis work for Loka Sangraha. Jnanis work for Loka Sangraha. A man with attachment works for selfish desires. Don't disturb him. There is an interesting thing. Krishna says, don't disturb those who have been doing this karma to get a result. Probably he thinks a time will come, they will come to the other thing. Here, usually I give the example. Hinduism is remaining not because of Bhagavad Gita, but because of small temples wherever you are. They don't know anything, that they go to the temple, think that God is there and prostrate and come with a desire, asking for this one, certain positive desires and certain negative desires. They want positive to be given, they want negative that is there in them to be taken out. One Swamiji was saying, people always come with two desires to the God. These are the things you have given me that I don't need, I can't bear, so take them back. These are the things I want, you have to give me, give it. So this is what we generally people do. That's why they come to the temple. So even now, people at large are people of this type. So he says, don't disturb them. Beautiful. Why don't you tell that's not the place where God is there? God is there everywhere. Only for a man who knows Bhagavad Gita can know it. Temple may not be a place where you need to go hereafter, because you know the God has come to your house. When you come Bhagavad Gita, do all know this? Definitely not. Therefore, don't disturb them until they come and know this truth. Even after reading Bhagavad Gita, I ask you to participate in all religious functions. I think I told you the other day. Let us enjoy the Ramanavami, let us enjoy the Ugadi, let us enjoy the Shivratri. All festivals, let us be Hindus. All festivals, Ganesha Chaturthi. After reading Bhagavad Gita, I need not do Ganesha Chaturthi. Don't think that like that. There is a tradition. We worship Ganesha on that day. With all respect, we worship. Still, we know Ganesha is nothing other than Krishna himself. This is the beauty. So on Shivratri day, you do the meditation, Shivanama Japa say 1,000 times, 1,00,000 times. Still, you know that Shiva is nothing but Krishna himself. That's a great culture from one end to other big land. There are different gods worshipped. If you go to that Bengal, they worship as Kali. Kali is nothing other than Krishna himself. With that feeling, we must go through the world. So he says, Sakta karmanya vidvamso yata kurvanti. As a man with desire does the action, Jnani also must do the action. As the man with desire does the action, for satisfying his desire, Jnani must also do the action, but Jnani must do it for Loka Sangraha. So Ajnani does it for his personal gain, but Jnani will do it for Loka Sangraha, for the good of all. For the good of all, for the good of the society, for the good of the entire world. Beautiful. I was doubting in the beginning, why did Krishna say this? Why can't all of them become Jnanis after reading Bhagavad Gita? May not be possible in many years to come, many centuries to come. Therefore, this is the way in which the society is running. Only a selected few will come here and understand, and they are told not to disturb the other people who do karma for some selfish desires. But you also do it, not for selfish desire, for Loka Sangraha. Isn't it wonderful? Beautiful concept. I think we can recite. Sakta karmanya vidvamso.
Sakta karmanya vidvamso.
Yata kurvanti bharata.
Yatha kurvanti bharata.
Kuryad vidvams tata saktaha.
Kuryad vidvams tatha saktaha.
Chikirshurloka Sangraham.
Chikirshu Loka Sangraham.
Sakta Karmanya Vidvamso.
Sakta Karmanya Vidvamso.
Yatha Kurvanti Bharata.
Yatha Kurvanti Bharata.
Kuryad Vidvams Tata Saktaha.
Kuryad Vidvams Tatha Saktaha.
Chikirshurloka Sangraham.
Chikirshur Loka Sangraham.
Chikirshurloka Sangraham. Chikirshurloka Sangraham. Yeah. And then Nabuddhi Vedam Janayet Ajnanam Karma Sanginam. Continues what he said in the 25th shloka. Don't disturb them. Don't create confusions in them. In them is in whom? Those who do karma for some desires. Nabuddhi Vedam Janayet. Don't create Buddhi Veda. Same term, I think all of you understand. Whatever language you are, you can understand, I hope. Don't do any Buddhi Veda. Ajnanam Karma Sanginam. In those people without knowledge, those who are attached to karma, don't disturb them. Don't create any Buddhi Veda in them. Joshe Sarva Karmani Vidvanukta Samacharan. But Vidvamsa, Jnani, will also do the same thing, but he does for Lokasangraha. He does for the good of all. Krishna has nothing to gain after fighting Mahabharata war. He doesn't ask for half the kingdom. Just walks away after the war is over, Dharma is established. Beautiful, I think. Never wants anything, but still he said he is working. Nabuddhi Vedam Janayet. Don't create Buddhi Veda in people. Which people? Ajnanam Karma Sanginam. People without knowledge, people who believe in karma, believe in doing karma for getting some benefit. But Jnani, Joshayet Saro Karmani. But Jnani must do all these karmas for Lokasangraha, as he said in earlier 25th shloka. So, like the Ajnani, he does it. He also does it, but his purpose is not his self-benefit, but good of all, Lokasangraha. So he warns, Nabuddhi Vedam Janayet Ajnanam Karmasanginam. Underline that one. Don't create confusion in the people who have desire to satisfy, who do everything for getting some result. Joshayet Sarva Karmani Vidvanukta Samachari. But Jnani must do it as a Lokasangraha, which he did not mention here in the Shloka 26, but he means that for the good of all. For the good of all. As a model. He must be the model. He must be the ideal. He doesn't do anything, I don't do anything. People must not think like that. You also do all that is said. And I think I can give you one example. Supposing you are a devotee of Ganesha, you want to do a Ganapati Homa for Ganesha with Modaka as a thing. An Ajnani does it for some purpose. If I do this, I will get this benefit. Let Jnani also do it, offer the entire thing that he gets, and be relaxed. Don't disturb them, that's what he said. Bhagavad Gita is one of the greatest books that you have got. You don't need to do anything other than reading Gita and practicing Gita in your life when you have come to this. I think I can give you one simple example of my experience in life. We purchased a house in Shumoga. Usually what is done when you buy a new house, you do Vastu Homa. That's what is generally done. When Vastu Homa is done, you have to bring a cow. You must go to somebody who rears a cow and ask him to bring with the calf inside. And I said, I am a believer in Bhagavad Gita. I believe in Ganesha. We did a Ganesh Homa and all of my devotees in Shumoga joined for Gita recital. Function over. In the afternoon, and when the function was going on, A cow was lying on the door where Pendal was put in the street also. A beautiful cow, a black cow, did not need anything. Even it was so much satisfied when people gave banana, it should refuse. That's happy it was. And some of them went and worshipped. And after that, it ate something and went away. In the afternoon of the function, we were all sitting. A cow came. We had kept the gate open because people were coming and going. Cow also entered the house. Veranda, it came to. My daughter-in-law wanted to close the door. I said, don't close. But I had a fear that how could it walk on the tails, which is so slippery for a cow. I was worried about that, but it did not care. It went till the puja room, stood there, ate banana, stayed there for 5 minutes, went away. I never asked anybody to bring the cow inside. It came by itself. That's the difference between following Bhagavad Gita and following other practices. And I was worried that the cow only came without a calf. Within a week, it came with its calf and came in again, and then ate whatever it wanted and went away. There is a picture that I will post you in the group. You can see that. So that is the power of Bhagavad Gita. If you do Bhagavad Gita, it's the highest yajna that you can do on earth. Whatever God gives, He knows what to give, He knows what to give. Only your duty is to remember Him. Nabuddhi Vedam Jane Ajnanam Karma Sanginam. Don't disturb Ajnanis and Karma Sangis. Joshiyet Sarva Karmani. Jnani must also do all karma. Vidvanukta Samacharan. And he does everything for the good of all. So that is the difference between doing of the work by a karma believer, than one who wants to get a benefit, and another person, one who does all this work to offer it as an yajna to God. I think we can recite. Na buddhi bedam janayet.
Na buddhi bedam janayed.
Ajnanam karma sanginam.
Ajnanam karma sanginam.
Joshayet sarva karmani.
Joshayet sarva karmani.
Vidvan yuktas samacharan.
Vidvan yukta samacharan.
Na buddhi bedam janayet.
Na buddhi bedam janayed.
Ajnanam karma sanginam.
Ajnanam karma sanginam.
Joshayet sarva karmani.
Joshayet sarva karmani.
Vidvan yuktas samacharan.
Vidvan yukta samacharan.
There is an important instruction given by Krishna. Don't disturb others who have not read Bhagavad Gita, who do many things like that, yajna, homa, havana, and so on, for getting benefit. Probably Krishna thinks they will one day or the other will rise to the next stage of doing things without any expectation. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarushaha ahankar vimudatma kartaham manyate. Another important shloka. All works go on by Prakriti. What we do is not what we do. It is our gunas have been doing these things and activities that we do. Again, going back to the bee example, I am told by scientists on bee, it will have different job at different stage of its 6 months total life. Sometimes it has to go and get the flowers. Sometimes it has to clean the beehive. Sometimes it has to work as the soldier to attack if somebody comes to touch the beehive. So till life, all things are there. So they go on very naturally. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarushaha. Actions are performed in various ways impelled by our gunas. You know, there are 3 gunas which I mentioned you in the chapter 2. Sattva guna. If you have more sattva guna, you will be doing something very good every time. If you have rajoguna, you will be doing with desire so many lot of things. If you have tamoguna, you will be lazy, inactive, and almost an idiot-like behavior. So they will do by themselves. Ahankara vimoda atma kartahamiti manyate. Ahankari thinks, ahankara, ego, man of ego, thinks that I am the doer. The thing is, I am not the doer. Things are going on by the plan of nature itself. Here I want to tell you, if any of you think that I have come for Bhagavad Gita, I am a great man, that must be stopped. You did not come. Your guna has brought you to Bhagavad Gita. Same thing if I believe that I have been teaching, never had a desire in my life that I would be teaching Bhagavad Gita. It is the blessing of Guru that's going on through me, nothing beyond that. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarushaha. Prakriti is doing. Prakriti has brought you here to sit and listen to Bhagavad Gita. You have been doing it not because of you came here. Your Prakriti brought you here. Look at the difference. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarusha. Prakriti does all the action. But ahankari thinks, ahankara, I think all the language people know what ahankara means, the man with ego. Ahankari thinks, I am the doer. Here exactly the point where, if you think I have come to Bhagavad Gita, not true. If I think I have been doing Bhagavad Gita by my desire, not true. Look at the miracle. Somewhere started in 19, still running a class after class, class after class. This is nothing but a miracle in life. How people get interest in it, how they continue. All admins are to be told, appreciated here, not me continuing it. If they stop, the class will stop. But it is happening because Prakriti Kriyamanani. Actions are going on by the desire of God. Ahankara vimodatma, a man with lot of ahankara thinks, karta amiti manyate. I am the doer, he thinks. But I am not the doer. I only am an instrument in the hands of cosmic consciousness to do certain things. Krishna, of course, gives me some directions. Don't be angry and so on and so forth. I try to do that. We must all try to do that action of controlling ourselves. So, but that even after that, I can give you the example of, did Kaikeyi send Rama to forest? It was her duty. She was born for that. She did it. Rama was born to go to the forest and kill the demons and Ravana and others. How could he stay in as a king in Ayodhya? So, in Adhyatma Ramana it says, Saraswati entered the mind of Kaikeyi and Manthara. Kaikeyi had so much love for Rama that she loved Rama more than her own son Bharata. But Saraswati entered to do the nature's desire through her. Desire was Rama must quit the throne and go to forest. So she planned it in such a way, she came in the mind of Manthara and gave all advice to Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi was given a boon by Dasharatha when they were fighting against the gods. She was a great charioteer, Kaikeyi. She rode the chariot and made Dasharatha win the war. So then he had given a blessing. You can ask me a boon from me. She had kept that in waiting. Saraswati remembered it to Kaikeyi. And she knew that her husband would die if she demanded for Rama's going to the forest. But what happened in the end was, she did request for sending Rama. Did Kaikeyi do it? Guna guneshu vartanta is this. This is here I disagree with some people who say whatever you want you can achieve. No. We are born for a purpose, whether we like it or not, we will do it and go. Let us be careful whether I am doing for my selfishness or it comes by force. Krishna Arjuna also asked a question in the next few shlokas about the same thing. But I can't say all that we do is because of our ankara. It happens through us. Some good thing may happen, some bad also may happen. And we are born to do certain bad things, may be good for some future. All bad that happened in your life is not bad. Some bad thing that happened to you in your past life might have changed your present position. So Kaikeyi sending was a real desire of the nature, and she did. So I have no right to say Kaikeyi did something bad. If in that way works happen, we can't help, they do happen. But apart from that, we must think and do the good work. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai sarvani karushaha. Actions are performed in various ways impelled by our gunas, sattva-guna, rajoguna, and tamoguna. Through our body, mind, and the senses. Deluded people think that I am the doer of the action. And he says, I am not the doer of the action. Actions happens because of the gunas that are there in us. Sattva-guna is predominant. We do certain good things. Rajoguna is predominant. We do behave like Duryodhana and others. Tamoguna is predominant. We will be useless on earth, sleepy, confused, and so on and so forth. So we don't do it. Gunas act by themselves. That is what Krishna beautifully says to us. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarushaha. Ahankara vimodatma. The man deluded by his ahankara thinks I am the doer of the action. Second line, you can underline that. Ahankara vimodatma. Man deluded by his ahankara thinks I am the doer. But who is the doer? The guna in us is the doer. And we can try to change guna. If there is no absolute freedom to change our gunas, Bhagavad Gita will be useless. We will do whatever we are today. Not so. We must try till the end whether we can change. Even then, if it happens, then it could be something like that. Guna Guneshu Vartanta. Then also he may not be detached. Duryodhana once wonderfully says, Janami dharmam nachame pravuttihi. I know what is dharma, but I cannot act according to it. Janam adharmam nachame nivrittihi. I know what is adharma, but I cannot leave it. Kenapi devena hrudistitena. Whichever God stays in my heart, yatha niyuktosmi tata karomi. As he directs me, I do it. Sir, then how should we take the world? It's a play going on, this cosmic play going on. Good are there, bad are there. Now we have a situation in the country where bad happens, and there is also a necessity to react. Same situation was there. Ravana also was a creation of this cosmic consciousness, and Duryodhana was also a creation. And what is this going on? An act is going on, a play is going on, where we are all having a small role to play. Guna Guneshu Vartanta. Trying to change ourselves to the level best, we must act. That's there. Even then, it doesn't happen like Kaikeyi, she was born to send Rama to forest and ultimately lose her husband play. So here is a warning. I think we must try our level best to keep good. If it doesn't happen, Guna Guneshu Vartanta. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarushaha. Nature does all this action by itself because of three gunas, sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, which is in us. If sattva is dominant, we will do many good things. We will have the peace of mind. If rajoguna is prominent, we will be active. We want to achieve so many things in life. We strive for it. And tamo prominent, we will be lazy, sleepy, idle, and an ordinary citizen, almost an idiot life one has to lead. That happens because of gunas in us. And ahankara vimodatma thinks I am the doer. No, deluded by this ahankara, he may think I am the doer. Here I repeat you, we are here in Bhagavad Gita not because of me, not because of your ahankara. You are brought here. Let us be sincere to think that we are here by grace of God. Accidentally we got here. I would never come here unless I was blessed by Virajeshwara Swamiji. You must do it. And it happened it happened all as set by God Himself. It is going on. I don't know when it stopped. Let's recite this shloka. Prakarte kriyamanani
Prakrte kriyamanani
gunai karmani sarvashaha
gunai karmani sarvashaha
ahankara vimudatma
ahankara vimudatma
karta hamiti manyate.
kartahamiti manyate.
Prakrite kriyamanani
Prakrte kriyamanani
gunai karmani sarvashaha
gunai karmani sarvashaha
ahankara vimudatma
ahankara vimudatma
karta hamiti manyate.
kartahamiti manyate.
Srinivas Rao, I had given you a book of Bhagavad Gita book on the day of marriage of Shruti, the Telugu book. If you have that book, you can keep it with you, sir. You are using a different book. I have been seeing it. I did give you a book to each one of you who came there, Bhagavad Gita in Telugu. Same book which I use in Kannada. This is 726, and I have given you an equivalent book there to you also. Find out in your library, you may find it, sir. Thank you.
But I was taking some English translation. Well, that
Wait. If it suits you, you can have it. But that would be more mother tongue, you see.
yeah, that's
Right. Thank you. Tattva mahabaho gunakarma vibhagayoho guna guneshu vartanta iti matva. Those who know things, tattva means those who know the principle of this world, those who know the gunas, those who know the actions of gunas, think about the guna, karma, vibhaga, guna and karma. So, guna and karma are associated. Guna, supposing sattvika guna is dominant, he will be an intellectual. Rajasa guna active, he will be a ruler or a policeman, and so on and so forth, and so on. Guna, karma, and action. Guna and karma, there are two things. One is guna. According to guna, we have a karma. If you are a sattva guna, you are intellectual. You will be doing the job of a teacher or an advisor to the government or anything where intellectual beings are necessary. Not just a brahmana sitting doing and puja according to Bhagavad Gita. Kshatriya is a man who is in government, who is in military, who is in police, and so on. Guna karma. If I have more dominance of Rajoguna, I will be an active man in such field. If I have more Sattvika Guna, I will be a Sattvic man, and so on. If Rajotama or less and mixture is there, I may be a businessman or an agriculture, which he will say later. And a man who doesn't know all this will be a worker and makes a life doing all the work for others. Tattva ittu mahabaho gunakarma vibhagayoho. Mahabaho is the name taken to Arjuna here. Tattva ittu mahabaho, Arjuna, those who know tattva, gunakarma, which tattva? Gunakarma vibhagayoho. Tattva of guna and karma. Which guna? Which karma? Which guna makes us do what karma? You can underline that. Guna and karma. There are two things. Sattvika guna, sattvika karma. Rajasa guna, rajasa karma. Tamasa guna, tamasa karma. Guna karma vibhagayoho guna guneshu vartanta iti matva na sajjate. Gunas act according to themselves. He is not much bothered about. He is not much bothered. It is the guna that does the action, not me. I am only a seer. I am only a seer. What's going on? I see the entire world outside. I must also be able to see what's going on in me. I must be a seer in myself. Sattva-guna dominant, I am doing this work. Rajoguna dominant, I am doing this work. Tamoguna dominant, I am doing this work. Tattva Mahabaho Gunakarma Bhavayo. Those, Mahabaho is the name taken to Arjuna here. Those who know the tattva of guna and karma think guna guneshu vartanta. Guna acts according to guna. Guna acts according to guna. Iti matva anasajjate. They are not attached. The actions are done. He does this action. Duryodhana does this action. Arjuna does this action. Guna guneshu vartanta. Iti matva anasajjate. They are not attached to it. Even the bad people are again creation of God himself. But God's duty here in Bhagavad Gita is to work for dharma, to fight against the adharma, which was Duryodhana's side. So Yavar him. Tattva ittu Mahabaho, whereas Arjuna, mighty arm, the knower of the truth of gunas, actions is not bound, knowing that gunas express themselves in gunas. Gunas express themselves in me, in you, and in everyone. He thinking so, he will be relaxed, not bothered much. Guna does the action, not me. Ahankara modatma karta hamiti manyate, earlier he said. So again he says, you must know guna guneshu vartante. Guna works according to the guna, the nature of guna. Iti matva nasajjate, not attached to it. Actions are going on through me. Some are good, some are sattvic, some are rasic, some are tamasic. All things go on, not bothered much about what's going on. Does whatever comes in the way. But want to get relief, get liberated, he must have the understanding of what is good, what is bad, must be doing good and so on, which he said, Yagnashishta, earlier he said a thing for us. Offer everything that you do to God himself. Yagnashishta Amrutapadu. You drink the nectar of offering it to Krishna. Tattva ittu Mahabaho Gunakarma Vibhagayo. Tattva ittu means a man of knowledge. Note that word. Tattva ittu Mahabaho Arjuna Gunakarma Vibhagayo. One who knows what is guna and what is karma. Guna is associated with karma. Sattva guna associated with sattvika karma. Rajoguna is associated with rajoguna. Rajas karma. Tamo guna is associated tamo. Guna guneshu vartanta iti matva nasajjate. Guna acts according to the guna. He is not bothered. He is only an observer in himself because he is the Atman himself, not the doer but the seer. Doer is different and seer is different. The Atman is the seer. In the second chapter, he explained that Atma, not attached to anything. It goes on observing what all I have been doing, what all you have been doing. Doesn't say anything at all. Just observes. If we are good, it's a pleasant life. Tattva ittu Mahabaho Guna Karma Vibhagayo Guna Guneshu Vartanta. Guna ka act according to guna. Iti matva ansachate. Understanding like this, not attached. Understanding like this, he will not attach it to his duties that even he has done, offers at the feet of God and relaxes. Tattva ittu Mahabaho Guna Karma Vibhagayo. Those who know what is guna and what is karma, Vibhaga, guna, he thinks that gunas are working according to the gunas in me. I am not the doer of the action. Kriyate, as he said in the earlier, Prakrite Kriyamanani. Prakriti itself is doing me, thinking so, he will be relaxed. I think we can recite. Tattvavittu Mahabaho.
Tattvavittu Mahabaho.
Gunakarma Vibhagayoho.
Gunakarma Vibhahayoho.
Gunaguneshu Vartante.
Gunaguneshu Vartante.
Iti Matva Nasajjate.
Iti Matva Nasajjate.
Tattvavittu Mahabaho.
Tattvavittu Mahabaho.
Gunakarma Vibhagayoho.
Gunakarma Vibhagayoho.
Gunaguneshu Vartante. Ali Vartanta is there. You must make it Vartante. Gunaguneshu Vartante.
Gunaguneshu Vartante.
Iti Matva Nasajjate.
Iti Matva Nasajjate.